question from Facebook asking if they can track your activity. Yeah, so Fox 26 business reporter Tom Zizka reporting more on this and the latest battle between the social media giant and Apple. Tom.
Rashi, Facebook certainly cares about whether it can keep tabs on its nearly 3 billion global users because it's already doing it for the most part and making a lot of money from that information. Apple is set to put a roadblock in the way of all that, ostensibly to protect privacy.
They don't need to know what I call my friends. They don't need to know what newspaper I read. They don't need to know any of that.
Tech and online marketing expert Beth Guide has always been a privacy advocate and a critic of how much personal data is collected as we navigate online. Apple says its next operating system update will provide privacy tools aimed at preventing apps from secretly tracking users.
The road you're on, John Anderton, is the one less traveled.
Taken to the extreme, targeted ads are beginning to resemble this scene from the Tom Cruise movie Minority Report, where the ads talk directly to consumers. But in an online blog, Facebook warns businesses that rely on reaching customers with ads will be harmed by all this. To get around Apple, Facebook is sending notice to users asking them to specifically allow them to track your activity. Facebook writes, agreeing to these prompts does not result in Facebook collecting new types of data. It just means that we can continue to give people better experiences. Beth Guide thinks consumers could be caught in the crossfire.
Before anybody turns it off, they need to go through their apps and make sure that they come up with alternate ways to use a login or set that up, because otherwise they're going to break access to things that they may not want to break.
She's talking about the various apps on our phones that allow Facebook and other platforms to provide login information in order to use them. If the tracking gets shut down, the login won't work either. Ultimately, consumers will have to weigh whether their convenience or privacy is more valuable.
You're using somebody else's something, so to use it for free, that's the price you pay, is your privacy. So are you willing to do that?
And there is a lot of money on the line here. An industry estimate pins the value of personal data from selling it, analyzing, advertising with it at almost $250 billion a year, and only projected to go up from there, if you can imagine. Probably not a surprise then that the New York Times reports Facebook is considering an antitrust suit against Apple for restricting the free flow of all that information. Watching Your Money tonight, Tom Zizka, Fox 26 News.